I'll point.
All right. So welcome everybody. We're here recapping RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star 7, episode 11. I'm here with my co-hosts Derek and Eric. Uh,
Let's get into
all
this All-Star
right.
good, mama.
Right. I need to get up in this All-Stars episode. All right. You guys look great, by the way. Luminescent.
Thank
Is that
you.
word of the day? All right. Oh, were you giving us a show?
No, I gave it to you guys, but it doesn't
Oh.
land every time.
Did it happen? You guys, clear any confusion, Derek is trying out his new breastplate and trying to isolate.
Not his new breastplate.
Who was the drag queen? Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. And then she makes one go up and she makes one go.
I don't remember.
Okay, never mind. But this is All-Star 7, and we are on episode 11. All winners, baby.
Yeah. Oh, we have James in the chat with us. Hi, James.
Oh, exciting.
All right. So the episode opens with Trinity. She won her 3rd star. Jinx wins her 4th star based on the last lip sync from the previous episode. RuPaul informs everyone that no one has been blocked as All-Stars rules have been suspended. All right. So all the queens have a chance to receive a legendary Legends. And should make the top 2. And they all can make the top 2 in the Maxi challenge and win and have all of the things, right? So just to recap, like just in terms of stars, Jinx is the only person with 4 stars at this point. 3 stars is Jada and Trinity. 2 stars is Monet, Raja, the Vivian, and Evie. And 1 star is Shea Coulee. All right, so Shea is stressed about now being the only queen to have 1 star at this point, as there's only 1 episode left before the Lollapalooza. So, what do you guys think about the thoughts? The opening, where everyone is seated, the fact that no one was blocked. Derek?
I think it makes sense for no one to be blocked this episode. I think, again, and today, we are going to discuss how the entire season of the show, and especially this review, I have been saying one particular thing. They were going to make it anybody's game by episode 11. The last episode, it was going to be anybody's game. So I'm happy for last week's wins, but I think we're going to see. It's going to be a curveball.
Okay, Eric?
I agree. It sounds right. Like, I just don't think, unless they were planning on sending Shea home, there was no way that there was no twist to be had. Like, you're not getting rid of anybody. And it's Shea Coulee. Like, Shea Coulee is one of the top 3 queens in Drag Race history. For me personally, she's like the number 1 queen in Drag Race history. So there was no way that they were sending her out. So
yeah, Yeah, you guys made a lot of good points. I actually agree with both of you guys, which I think is the first time. All right, so moving on. RuPaul's Workroom entrance look. Let's have a look-see, shall we? I'm gonna share the screen. Do we see it? No, you don't see it yet.
Okay, hold on. It's my bad.
All right. So, toot or boot? Eric, toot, boot, shoot?
It's very soft toot.
Very soft toot. Okay. Derek, toot, boot, shoot?
It's a soft toot for me as well. Get the shoes, mama, get the shoes. Because the shoes is what saved the look. Because he tried to, I see what he did there. And A for effort.
Lawrence?
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely give it a 2. It looks good. It's not like stellar, but it's also not like terrible.
Right.
RuPaul never looked terrible, but looks good. All right. So now we're moving on to the Maxi Challenge, right? So Ru informs the queens that this week's Maxi Challenge is actually going to be a variety show. However, he also lets them know that not only will they be competing for a top 2 spot, they will receive a donation of $30,000 to the charity / organization of their choice. This is some money. This season is just like making it rain on these queens. I'm totally here for it. Like, they work hard and they spend even harder. They deserve the thing of the things. So as usual, they will also win $10,000 if they win the lip sync. But, and it's a big but, we were choked. It was the choke heard all around the world. If they win top 2 spot in this variety show, they will not be receiving one star. They will not be receiving 2 stars. They will be receiving 3 stars. All right. So upon hearing this, of course, Shay's senses go all the way off. Bitch, did you just say 3? While I have 1. All right. So Shay is realizing now that she actually has potential to compete in the finale should she be a top 2 placement. What do you guys think about this twist of it being worth 3? Do you think that 3 was a nice number considering that it was the last Maxi Challenge, or what are you guys' thoughts? We'll start with Eric.
I think it was good because it's enough where it's a tide shifter. They could have either done 2 or 3, but I think the goal was clearly to get Shay to that final round. Like, there's a certain level of investment in Shea Coulee, and production's not slick. I'm not mad at it because I love Shay, so I'm happy to have her get that opportunity for a push. But I can only imagine the stress, anxiety, and pressure that she felt, because it's like, yeah, they're saying that they're going to give you 3 stars, but that doesn't mean you're going to win it. So you really have to up the ante to get the 3 stars. So I can't even imagine. But, you know, Shay performs, so no stress.
Okay. All right. Derek?
Yes, totally agree. At this point, it's anybody's game. And when they said that it was not going to be, I think we discussed this in the last episode, that this would be, it could be a free-for-all of stars in some capacity. But with this episode, when Jesus, RuPaul Devontae Christ came on to our screens and said, this week is not worth 1 star, not 2 stars. 2 stars would have been like, okay, oh, you wanted a twist, eh? That would have gassed it. But when he said 3, I gagged, I died, I choked. And you know what? If I was in a competition at that point, and I didn't know what was going to happen with me, I would have said, I'm going home. Because what the fuck? I could be in the lead right now and then not be in the lead later on at the end of this week. That was insane.
Come on, Ben Della Christ.
I
totally agree with you guys. I mean, when stuff like this happens, I like run to the internet because I know it's just ablaze. And I'm just like, let me just see how the rest of the world feels about it. I mean, I know how I feel about it. I think all things considered, the fact that it's the variety show and the fact that it's the last one is really kind of the first time in history that the variety show was last and not first in an all-star season. So I do kind of think that like 3 stars is fair. If it's the rules of the game, 3 stars is fair, right? And if the front runners were the one, like if Jinx and at that point either Trinity or Jada would have won, I wonder how that would have kind of worked itself out or what have you. But I also was thinking about this like before I've been like doing like, you know, like that, those memes of like the math and the
The
calculus and stuff.
calculations.
That's been me like literally since the episode aired, right? Because a lot of things like online have been saying like, oh, well, what if it was only 2 stars? Like 2 stars would have been more fair. 3 stars is riggery. 3 stars is riggery. Let's say it was 2 stars. Guys, stay with me on this, right? Let's say it was 2 stars for the variety show. The top 2 queens would have still been Shay and Monet. Like there was no, I didn't see any other variation of that personally. Like for me, it was Shay and Monet. I didn't see that. Assuming that they all did like the same effort of level of work that they did, right? Shay would have gotten 2 stars, which would have brought her up to 3. Monet would have gotten 2 stars, which would have brought her up to 4. So Monet would have tied with Jinx for 4 stars, which would have automatically been first and second place. That's already taken. So now they're kind of battling it out in a 3-way tie between Jada, Trinity, and Shay. If they did some type of lip sync, right, to secure a 3rd spot or like that 4th spot or whatever, Shay was going to be in one of those spots.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it didn't actually matter. I feel like this was something that like Shay was feeling the pressure because she only has 1 star, but everyone else should have been feeling the pressure as well. The only person that should have been somewhat alleviated is Jinx. Jinx was going to be in that finale regardless. So step your pussies up. That's my 2 cents. Yeah. All right. So there's not really much like.
I didn't go to
Sorry,
school, but that made a lot of sense. Thank you.
Oh, what I just said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like the variety show kind of had to be worth more than 1 star. I just think like just the amount of effort and stuff that they have to do like and like in preparation for it. And it's also the last episode that we see before the finale. It needs to kind of be like this is stuff that they like, you know, love. So I don't know.
Child, as long as it's not as a bunch of go ahead, Derek. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say it could have been switched around. The variety show could have been first, and then the Legends performance that they did on the first episode could have been last. But we would have needed a challenge in the runway.
I mean, that legendary performance was not cemented in my mind by the end of the episode. I was more captivated by like the looks on the runway, to be honest.
Yeah.
So I mean, I would have hated for them to end the season on like that note per se. But I do agree that runway is probably rivaling the all glowed up runway, which was kind of like the one that was, you know, like comparable to. So yeah. All right, so there isn't much workroom chat about the challenge. However, all of the queens get to have a Tic Tac lunch with Rue and Michelle, where they discuss their journey on Drag Race, their triumphs and tribulations outside of Drag Race, and what they plan to execute for the variety show, at least for some of them. So Trinity talked about how humble she is to be there, how she grew up in the South, and how she just loves seeing the caliber of drag like just continuously elevate. Any comments about Trinity's Tic Tac lunch in particular?
Pass.
Derek?
No.
Okay.
She was fine.
Okay. All right, and she said that her charity of choice is Planned Parenthood. The Vivienne talks about overcoming self-doubt when competing with these queens. She's proud to have won 2 lip syncs. She's the only Brit that's like on the season, the only one that made it over the pond, so to speak, right? She has 2 stars at this point, and she won 3 challenges at this point, and her charity of choice is Trans Lifeline. Any comments about the Vivienne?
I don't have much to say about this one, but I will reiterate this. I am so proud of the Vivienne's run this season, and she should be so proud of what she accomplished because she's sickening. And anyone who didn't know, I hope they know now. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'll say that I thoroughly enjoyed the Vivienne this season as well, and she should be proud. I don't know. I'm glad that she's got a like American fan base. If she didn't already have one, like she definitely has a much more of a platform here in America with this. So It was good to highlight her, and I love that she chose the Trans Lifeline as the charity of choice.
Yeah, the Vivian was interesting to me because like she won the first season of Drag Race UK, and that was the shortest season. That was kind of like their trial season. So I don't really know if Vivian got kind of, I don't want to say a fair run, like per se, but I mean, again, I always go back to like that Donald Trump Snatch Game. Like that, if you didn't know, now you know. Mama is, she's probably my favorite winner of the 3 UK. Well, Lawrence Chaney, I mean, gosh, Lawrence is so funny. I don't know. Between Lawrence and the Viv, they're
both great winners.
They're both really excellent winners. And Crystal's a great winner too. The UK girls pretty much get it right. I'm not gonna lie. They come to they do to play. Thing. Yeah. And then all right, so next is Monet. So Rue is like singing Monet's praises, right? Like she's radiating inside and out. She's talking about like her journey, from her improvements in season 10 all the way up until now. Monet just basically like thanks her and she shows like her gratitude, and her charity of choice is Color of Change. Any comments on Monet's TikTok lunch?
I'll let Derek go first because I know that's his girl.
Derek.
I love Monet Exchange. I really do hope I get to meet her in person and not walking out the bathroom at DragCon.
Is that where you met her?
Yes. not in drag, full incognito, but like Monet's ass is really big in person. You know that's Monet.
Monet. You were in the bathroom with her and walking out with her.
No, that's not what I said.
I thought that was the implication.
I was in line. I was in line for Willow Pill, and I saw Monet walk out of the backstage or whatever. I didn't see her come out the bathroom, but it was like by the bathroom, near the bathroom. She was walking out, not in drag, incognito, hood, sweats, flip-flops. Saw the ass. I said, Monet, get that bitch. Get her. But no, yeah, love Monet. Absolutely love this moment. She's making me want one of those Monet sweaters, by the way. And she's just, I can tell that Michelle and Rue really love Monet and are so proud of Monet just for being Monet and just owning what she is and like knowing her faults and knowing what she's really good at and playing on that and making it fun, making it funny and laughing at herself, really. She talks about her own fashions, which has been a thing that people have often talked about when they mention Monet's run on Drag Race. And it was really happy. It was a good sit down. Really happy to see her.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Eric.
No, yeah, Derek pretty much summed up everything that I wanted to say. I love how much Rue loves Monet. And I feel like through that whole TikTok lunch, it came across. I'm proud of Monet. I think she is so representative of the Round the Way girls. And like, I know so many Monets in my life. So to see that on like primetime television, I love that for her.
Yeah, I actually agree. Monet's arc from like season 10 until now, even when I think about the fact that All Stars 4 was right after season 10, and her run on season 10 and her run on All Stars 4 is like almost night and day. So I'm like, the fact that you kind of turned over that quickly that's pretty exceptional. Like Monet, you can tell that Monet loves doing drag. Like she loves doing what she does. And I love that for her. She was absolutely incredible on this season. Really, really good. I think that she's even like superseded her own like just kind of expectations of like herself, which made it very nice to watch. Monet, and when we get to the end of this episode, child, we'll revisit that.
Lawrence, quick question for you.
Yeah.
You're an educator in some capacity, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What grade would you give Monet for this season?
Good question.
What grade would I give Monet for this season?
Effort, teamwork, participation, all the things. If you can just sum it up in one grade. Just this season.
Just this season, I would give Monet an A-.
As in A as in queen of all queens. A-. Got it.
Not you trying to push a
I would
narrative.
not be. Let me just say, I would not be upset if Monet won Queen of All Queens. Monet has beyond proven herself, not only in Drag Race, but also outside of Drag Race. If there's one queen who's on everyone's lips all the time, at least in New York, it's Monet Exchange. And there's a lot of New York queens. We've had how many winners from New York? Bob, Aquaria, Sasha, Bianca, um, and maybe like a someone else. I know I'm forgetting somebody else. And Monet, obviously All Stars 4, but Monet is the one that like I'm always like hearing about like the most, that people just seem to love like all the time. So that relatability factor is not something that you like a TV show can like really give. You either kind of have it or you don't. And Monet has it.
Yeah.
So I would definitely give her an A-. Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, so moving on to Evie. So Michelle gives Evie her flowers and tells her that she really has outdid herself this season. Evie also gets very vulnerable when she's asked about her condition. Obviously, we knew since season 11 that Evie had Earl something syndrome, where basically like, she doesn't produce enough collagen, and so that makes like her extremely flexible, but sometimes it can cause like her muscles to like atrophy and become like stiff, which seems to be like happening with her now, right? Because Evie reveals that she's coming to terms with the fact that she can no longer do a lot of like the cool stunts. She's not as flexible in her movements as her condition gets to worse, continues to worsen, excuse me. But she expresses a great amount of gratitude, stating that this season of Drag Race superseded winning season 11. Evie also becomes emotional when she states that her charity of choice, which is a national coalition against domestic violence, is personal to her, as she has watched her mom experience domestic violent relationships and being helpless like in those situations. So, Derek, any thoughts on Evie's lunch?
Ooh, yeah, this was very this had me in my feels when I first watched it, because I think even on this review show we've kind of been talking about this change we've seen in Evie, or this different side of Evie that in my opinion feels like she's trying to make up, or I feel like this was Evie's opportunity to show that she still got it. She still got something in her. She still fears, and this was her way of like feeling better about drag almost. And I think I've talked about this already. I think she, we saw her do the bins and all the things in season 11, and no one was doing what Evie Oddly was doing. We heard RuPaul say that, and that is so true, at least for me. And then we get to Drag Race Live, and she's doing some of the things, but it's kind of like that's when the conversation started to happen about her health, and she needs to be a little bit more careful with the things that she do. And I think she even said, like, it's kind of hard for her to even stand up in heels, and that's kind of crazy for a drag queen. And these are her words. And it was sad. It was sad because it almost feels like a superhero who's losing their powers. Almost. But she should be proud. She should be proud.
Mm-hmm.
For me personally, like, I know that mostly you two refer back to the episode where I called her manic. And I would like to take this moment and Lawrence call it the Evie apology train. But I owe her such an apology because I was very hypercritical about her. And I think because I was in a place where I was just like kind of nasty my damn self. So everyone was kind of getting the brunt of that frustration. So to see Evie constantly come on that stage, put her art out there authentically, and do her best, knowing that she is going through something I know nothing about and hope to never understand, is, worth an apology, because Evie really has been giving it her all and then some. No matter if it comes across as a lot or, a little chaotic, she's giving it her all the time. And for her to be feeling like that on the inside and dealing with the mental struggle of that, like, I feel so bad. Like, watching this Tic Tac lunch, I felt terrible. I was like, yo, and I think that this is important for the fandom to take note of. Like, I know we get invested in these shows, but these are people going through real life things. They're navigating pandemics with the rest of us, monkeypox, et cetera, and their own personal issues. So it's like, watch the show, appreciate the art. If you don't like it, disagree calmly and respectfully, but like respect the craft. So I have so much respect for Evie Ali, especially after this episode.
Yeah. I'll echo everything that you guys said. Well, most of everything that you guys said. Um, yeah, Evie did a really good job this season. If I honestly was gonna give Evie a grade this season, I would give her a B. Um, I would give her a B. Some of those things like that runway when she was the all glowed up runway, like that mushroom look is so everything too. I don't know why I love that look so. Probably because it's like glamorous, yet kind of campy. I love that for Evie. And then that nitty nitty bang bang. Like, come on. Like there was, oh god, so good. So
The Nita, what is it? Nita Please episode?
Not Nita Please.
What did you call me?
Nita? I hardly know.
Right. I hardly know her. Yeah, that wasn't yeah. Yeah, Evie's done like a really great job. And I actually loved her run on season 11 also. Evie added the X Factor to what would have been like a season that was just kind of like, there were really great queens there, but that was also a really long season. I don't know if you guys like remember. It was 15 queens, which has never happened before, I don't think. So, but Evie, she made it through. So we're definitely happy for Evie. All right, so next in for the lunch is Shay. So Shay admits that she had come to terms mentally already with just kind of like, okay, I'm not gonna make it to the finale, so I'll just like support my sisters. But then she also reveals at the reveal of like 3 stars has reignited a fire in her bussy. Her charity of choice is Period Poverty Project. So, any comments about Shay's lunch?
I think some of the Tic Tac lunches were, I guess for lack of a better word, more beneficial for other queens because of some of the content. Shay's was one of the ones that didn't have
drag her
thought-provoking conversation. And it's no shade. It's just like when you have a conversation like an Evie or a Jinx that you really feel, and then you go to someone like a Shay or even like a Monet. There were certain queens that didn't tug on your heartstrings. So I was wondering like what was the structuring of it? Because I'm imagining that they're a lot longer than we get to see. So I'm like, what? And that's not to say everyone's going through something traumatic, but I'm like, well, what is going on in Shea Coulee's world? Because I feel like Shay is very well put together. So it would be interesting to like know what are some of the hardships and anxieties of Shea Coulee. And I feel like maybe it's something that needed to be prompted so that way she would like give that information. So I think that was the only thing that I would have liked to have seen. But I also really commend Shay on remaining calm, cool, and collected like every season she's ever been on Drag Race. Like she is, in my opinion, kind of like what I see Beyonce as. You know, you don't feel like Beyonce is shaken by anything, even though she has to be because she's a person. Shea Coulee gives me very much that energy. And that's why I want to know like more about what's turning inside her head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Derek?
I have to be honest. I do not remember Shay's sit down Tic Tac lunch. I don't remember. I really don't. And I love Shay. This is no shade to her, but I think I remember everybody else's but hers. But I'm sure it was good. I'm sorry.
No, I mean there really wasn't much that was said like during her TikTok lunches. Obviously Evie's, Jinx's, which we'll get to soon. Some of them were just very, you know, either just kind of straightforward. And it wasn't like we didn't see all of the same information for each like queen. I noticed that like some of them said what they were gonna do for the variety show. some of them we didn't get to see if they even asked them what they were gonna do for the variety. So we didn't really know until the variety show and stuff. And Shay, I think, was one of like those queens. But then again, Shay only has 1 star at this point. So Mama Ru, you can't be taking up too much of my time. I need to be in the workroom like getting this ready together. So let's get the show on the road. No time to chit chat. All right, next, Raja. She reveals that she has the original Tic Tac from season 3, which is now Brown Cow Stunning. Back in 1942 in her home. She also reveals that she has a strong Christian faith and that her parents have always been so proud of her, even though culturally, in her culture, it's not always like the case. And then she also says that, and her charity is the National Center for Trans Equality. So we'll start with Derek.
I have a question. Did she say that she was Christian, or did she just make the point that Christianity has a lot of the same morals and values as other religions? And then she started giving examples. But did she say that she was a Christian?
I think she said that she grew up in the Christian faith. And so she adopted a lot of those. I mean, I would have to watch the episode for like the 99th time. But I'm pretty sure she said that she grew up in the Christian faith and that she's adopted a lot of like the same Christian values that go along or coincide with her lifestyle.
Okay. Yeah. I loved Raja's Tic Tac interview because I felt like it was so real. And I'm not harping on the drama behind the scenes secretly because I'm missing a little drama in the Drag Race scene right now. But is it me, or just knowing what Trinity said about Raja's moment with Michelle? Did it seem like some scenes Raja was literally looking at Ru, trying to talk at Ru? Like it just seemed like they were both asking questions, and Rupaul and Raja was just answering Rupaul. Like Michelle would probably, in my head, Michelle was like, "How do you feel, Raja?" And then Raja would go, "I feel so happy to be here." Like looking at Rupaul. Just pay attention to the camera angles and where Raja is looking next time you watch. But then again, I have a feeling that Raja's not the type of petty bitch. So and it could have, that was just in my brain. What I will say is that I thought it was really funny when Raja was like, "Yeah, it was one of a lifetime experience. I'll probably never do it again." Actually, I won't do it again. I don't want to do it again. Don't call me. I'm not doing it again. This is fine. And that's what I love about Raja. She really didn't care about none of this shit. She just really wanted new fans and people to see her and just have a good time. So it's been such a joy to see Raja back on our screens.
Mm-hmm. Y'all already know how I feel about. Oh, I'm sorry, Derek.
No, go ahead, sir.
Y'all already know how I feel about Raja. I love Raja down. Derek, I saw everything you did because I was like, there, just knowing the back scene information, it's like this interaction, and then with the camera angles, I was like, is Raja really like, messing with Michelle right now? So we see each other on that one. But yeah, I love like Raja's Tic Tac lunch reminded me about everything that I love about her. I feel like she doesn't take herself too seriously. She's just good at what she does, and she's unique in her position and perspective, and that's why nobody else matches what she does. Like, I love Raja. Raja is like also in my top 3 queens of all time. I love Raja. Oh, also, I wanted to bring up a comment that was while we're on the topic of Tic Tac lunches and charities. This is from James Barmore. He says, "How do y'all feel about the overarching trans visibility in everyone's charity choices?"
I'll go and say I thought it was great. It was really good to see. I also know that I think from Roscoe's viewing party, Monet said that they had a list of charities to choose from if they did not bring their own. So I am curious of like, because I know we'll get into Jinx. I'm like,
I know.
Yeah. like, did you choose that, or did you, or did they give that to you? Which and totally fine either way. Like, but as far as James' question, I thought it was great. I don't think it's formative. I think I'm just taking it for what it is. At least they're getting the donations. I thought that was beautiful.
I think for me, there was, I think right now, the Black community, and then the trans community, Black trans community are the most affected, but like under supported communities. So I think that there was an equal amount of like trans charities and then like Black charities. So I appreciated that. But I didn't think much of it. And I think also it's easy because, like we said, everything about the show can be political from time to time. And you know, there was a point where trans visibility and trans representation was on the dock, and I think now we're like, I don't know. I think the queens are all hypersensitive and very aware that that is a thing right now. So they're just catering to that. I think they're in support of it, but I think that them getting the overall franchise getting that backlash makes the queens more conscious of there needs to be trans support. There needs to be trans visibility. Like, so I think it's good. It's progressive.
Yeah, I mean, I care more if it's like Black trans. If it's not, then I mean, I don't care. All right. Thank you for your question, James. All right. Jinx. So Rue tells Jinx how proud she is of her. Jinx replies that she has grown tremendously, right? Now 2 years sober from her struggles with alcoholism. So just in case you guys forgot, which I know that you guys don't forget because we talk all the time in our group chat, Jinx, last time we saw Jinx on our screen on the main stage was season 5, right? Which was now, I want to say 11 years ago, 10 years ago, 10 years ago, 10 years ago, 9 or 10 years ago. So that's like a long time, right? Like you have to kind of be like our years old to kind of remember that, right? Yeah. Like you can't necessarily be like 18 and have been watching Drag Race the last 3 years and really gather who like Jinx Monsoon is. So it's really nice for like us that have seen Jinx season 5, who obviously won season 5. She did a stellar job, but to see her like now, and then interestingly enough, like I will say, that I thought like, cause season 5, I remember Jinx talking about like her mom that struggled with alcoholism, and I didn't know that Jinx was struggling with alcoholism. That was news to me. I had no idea. So it was kind of interesting, like that kind of invaded her life in more ways than one. But it's always great to, see that like people are overcoming stuff like that. Listen, I love alcohol, so it's hard to give up that bottle sometimes, honey. It's true. Rube gets super emotional as she makes this about her. Wait, no, sorry. Okay, as she identifies with addiction and reveals that she is now 22 years sober.
Lawrence, no, you didn't. I just caught what happened there.
What did I do?
As she what?
As she identifies with her addiction?
Oh,
that's what I wrote.
Oh.
You're trying to get me canceled, and honey, you can't shade the sun. Rue also states that she had not had supported people around her. She doesn't know if RuPaul's Drag Race would have been a thing. And then Jinx says that the Black Visions Collective is her charity of choice. So what did you guys think about Rue and Jinx's and Michelle Visage conversation?
None of us have said anything about Michelle's insight. Derek mentioned it briefly when he was talking about how Rue and Michelle love Monet, but like we really did not. But I think Michelle's more of like a supporting character in the Tic Tac Lunch specifically. Like she'll contribute, but she's never like a big mouthpiece. I love Jinx Monsoon and her wildly creative mind. I think I love Jinx Monsoon from her original season. Like once that Day of the Dead runway came, I was like, she's not to be played with. Y'all gonna stop sleeping on her, even if she's asleep. Y'all gonna stop sleeping on her. And she has just shown and grown over time. And I think Jinx's artistry is incredible. I didn't know that she was struggling with alcoholism. And I just feel like Jinx is one of those relatable figures that needs to be on TV. Like, even when she was talking about like water off a duck's back and always talking about being anxious and worried about like self-doubt and being self-deprecating, like Jinx is so relatable. So for me, like, as much as I find that there are great contenders this season, I think Jinx is the queen of all queens this time around. I really see this for her. And you know, I could be wrong, but if I'm right, she has the resume to get that title. She's done the work. So, you know, I love this moment for Jinx, and I'm excited to see what she has coming in the future.
You thought she did the work with that design challenge? I mean, she did something.
She did something. We all have our faux pas. And then the first one wasn't good, but the second one was better. So at least she went up.
Oh, that was a real paw. Derek, what do you think?
I enjoyed Jinx's Tic Tac lunch with Rue and Michelle. I also didn't know. I knew about Jinx's mom, but I did not know that Jinx was fighting. I guess alcoholism and entering this phase of sobriety. 2 years, you said, right?
2 years, yeah.
Which is pretty good because it's pretty hard to do.
Which Michelle is the one that actually mentioned how many years, if I'm not mistaken. Michelle's the one that actually brought that part up, if I'm not mistaken.
Because Michelle has a really good memory.
Yeah.
I think Michelle, Jinx, and RuPaul all hang out and have drinks in game night at RuPaul's house before the swingers party happens. But I think that this is great. But what was really funny to me was RuPaul, aka LaQuisha from Compton, just found some type of.
You are so disgusting. Why are you like this?
What? The fracking? No,
LaQuisha from Compton.
Wait,
Jackie, I am sick of your shit.
I'm about to leave.
No.
Stop.
LaQuisha from Compton.
This was like, and I had to picture like RuPaul back in the day, just like going through some shit, and I just feel like she may have, but just the idea that it was just so rough. When RuPaul started crying, I was like, this is a fake ass bitch.
You didn't believe it?
No, I do believe that. I do believe that if she probably do feel like if she didn't, because she probably did have a really tough life growing up, being like pretty much, is it safe to say, a pioneer in the drag world?
A pioneer, yes.
A pioneer, televised. Like, a lot of things could have happened, and I'm sure a lot of people wanted to hang out with her. She wanted to do a lot and see a lot. She's seen a lot, and alcohol was probably like this fun escape for her in these several scenes that she's been in. But I just thought it was funny because she right at tight. Fucked up.
This is why we don't get vulnerable moments from RuPaul.
I was like, RuPaul. RuPaul.
Awesome.
But yeah, it was. Love you, RuPaul. Thank you for your vulnerability. We love it. We live. We're so happy to be excited.
We love you, Grandpa Ru.
You know, as gay people, we get to choose our family.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up. I can't stand you. See, RuPaul be trying to give, and y'all just.
I'm still here. I just don't want myself on camera as you guys do this.
Okay. Well, we're moving on to the last queen anyway. Oh wait, Derek, you want to say something?
I just want to say that I love RuPaul, and I respect any moment that I respect what she's done for the queer community, the drag community. I honestly, I really do. Eric comes back for this. I really do. I just thought it was funny because we never see RuPaul like that, and I saw him get crunk a little bit.
Yeah.
People
Normally, when he gets emotional, it's about someone wearing H&M on the runway. So it was nice to see him getting emotional about something that was very, very serious.
What did you just fucking say? What?
I don't want to see no goddamn H&M.
Actually. H&M. What did you just fucking say?
Oh.
You better put some motherfucking glitter on this shit. I travel all across the pond for this shit. I don't want to see any. I missed that.
Yeah, that was real rude. That was
the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music. Fuck the Drag Race. The Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music.
Yes, Mystique Summers Madison did a split backstage. You just heard the sound effect. Like everything was just happening at that moment. So I love it.
Mystique. She's the Elephant Queen. Who are you gonna be? All right. So last queen, Jada Essence Hall. Right. The Essence of Beauty. So Jada reveals that she wanted to have more fun this season, not take it as seriously as she did season 12. She gets very teary-eyed as she recalls her journey and growth throughout the season. She also expresses that she did not want to have to worry about editing herself as it pertained to like how she was perceived by other people, right? Both people that watch Drag Race, people just in her normal everyday life. Lastly, Jada also says that she knows some family members that struggle with mental illness, and so therefore, if she wins, she wants to donate or give her $30,000 donation to free Black therapy.
Mm-hmm.
What do we think, Derek?
Well, y'all know I love me some Jada Essence Hall.
Yes, the president of the Messence. Go for it.
I felt so bad because it was like Jada couldn't really even start her Tic Tac lunch without crying. And I was like, oh, Jada. And I feel like Jada, this has been a very fun cast all season, but Jada has been the fun one for me. And, you know, to see her break down, I was just like, damn, I would have never thought because like Shay and some other queens, Jada seems very self-assured. I never look at Jada and see like she doesn't know what she's doing. She's not in control of what's happening. So to know that about her and to resonate with that, like that feeling of, you know, not being able to walk a certain way, talk a certain way, dress a certain way because people are projecting onto you. I felt that. So I love this Tic Tac lunch that she had. And then also, I love her charity. Like, I love that. Because Black people need therapy. Everyone needs therapy.
Yeah.
But Black people really need therapy. Like, yeah, I was here for that.
I need it. Yeah, absolutely. Derek?
Love Jada, and I love this point that was made in her Tic Tac lunch because I have sort of been saying this all season long, is that I don't remember Jada being this funny season 12, and in fact, she probably has been playing the game the way I would have played it, being a new person in a Drag Race franchise, coming in, doing what she knows, which was pageant. Yeah, do what you know, but don't try and don't like. It's not that she didn't make friends, but I feel like she was very serious. Like she was like this goddess, and not to say that she isn't, but she just showed up like this pageant goddess, like this Black queen, and we just really just fell in love with, to me. And then coming to this season, not that she's changed any of that, but we've saw a lot more of her personality, her humor, and just how fun she's really made this season. She's just so goofy, and I just really enjoyed seeing her this whole. So like she has been the funniest person on this cast for me. Close with Monet. And I love the free Black therapy. Actually, I didn't even know that exists. So I might look into that or refer somebody to it because I didn't know that. That's amazing. Not sure what it entails, but if it's anything that I think it is from the name of the organization alone, I'm into it, and I love that.
Yeah, ditto. Everything that you guys said, pretty much spot on.
Ditto.
Okay.
You gotta remove yourself from it.
What did you think I said?
Dildo.
I was like, is this bitch for real?
Manila was appalled. She's like, what the fuck? Can I just say that Jada's 1999 lip sync with Heidi still lives in my head rent free. I don't know why that lip sync just sticks with me. It just sticks with me. That dress is probably still my favorite Jada Essence Hall look.
Wait,
I don't know why I love it. There was the all purple. She was wearing like the all purple. She had the hat. She had the long straight hair. It was like a cinched, nice wraparound dress. She had the nice purple. Oh my god, so good. She just looks so good. I'm like, why is she in the bottom again? But I think that episode she didn't do so well in the Challenger, which is obviously why she was in the bottom. But I'm like, this runway. I mean,
Lawrence, what's her grade for this season only?
Jada's grade for this season only. A B plus. A B plus.
Okay.
You gave her a B plus.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now it's time
I mean. All right. So, basically, in the day of in the workroom, the day of the runway, the queens discussed the endless possibilities and scenarios of the top two queens winning the lip sync and what could possibly happen if there's a multiple tie break. That's just kind of like a soundbite. I don't really think that there's any elaboration for something like that. So we finally get to the runway, and as usual, we always have Rupaul come out. So RuPaul's look, which I don't have up. Do you guys have it? No.
I don't, but that look was it.
That look was it. No, we're not going anywhere until
was it.
I get that look.
That look
I wanted to spread that picnic blanket out and eat her with a spoon. Did she not look good? Did she not look good?
Sorry, guys. This is kind of ghetto, but
that is
Mama ate.
That is it.
And asked
RuPaul
for more.
Looked damn good.
It got butter. It got eggs. It got milk.
I
and then it got better. Okay, I lived. Girl,
that body.
I loved.
It was everything.
RuPaul's 62.
RuPaul is phenomenal. That is the statement.
I'm starting to think RuPaul looks better than me in drag. Mama is sickening.
Would you just for comparative purposes, would you care to show us a picture of you in drag?
Yeah.
Derek, I didn't know you did drag before.
Let me show you that right now.
If you show, I'm not even gonna
He's gonna show Monet Exchange. Sorry, foiled.
I brought it with me because I knew you was gonna ask me for it in my Joshua.
Her chats from season 10.
Bonjour, ladies. Dita.
In my Bob the Drag Queen voice. Hello, lady.
Bonjour, ladies.
Get the shoes, mama. Get the shoes.
Oh my God.
Why would you wear those?
Are we tearing down black women?
I don't know. You the one.
No, but we're tearing down those shoes.
Actually,
the hair.
I did dress up as Willow Pill at.
You did.
I never told you guys this.
I saw the picture.
Now on top
I didn't
of
see the picture.
You guys saw the chaps look, which I wouldn't really consider drag. It was just my George's interpretation of chaps. But
I'm sorry, you said George's?
Yeah, when she slayed the chaps runway. Yeah.
Lawrence, let it go.
Born to do drag. Yeah. You guys want to judge me?
Yeah, we probably are, but that's what we're here
Willow
for.
Pill. Oh, that's Willow Pill. In case you couldn't tell who was who, but I was wearing the her entrance look. You see the bag?
Oh, yeah.
And you know what she was telling me when she was pointing out? She was like, "I have that same hat." She was like, "That's the correct hat you had." She was like, "Everybody else has been wearing the wrong hat. The wrong hat. That is the exact hat. You got that off Amazon?" I was like, "Yep." She was like, "That's the correct hat that I wore on the season." I was like,
"Wow." Do you have audio of her saying that?
Attention to detail. No, I don't, but I can call her.
Oh, so it didn't happen. Oh, you guys are friends. You guys are friends. Nice. Nice.
Listen, I would not entertain drama, chaos, confusion, or madness. Okay, listen. This is what she told me, and I wouldn't make that up. But yeah,
no, Derek, you're definitely ready for season 15. I will say that, and I can't wait to see you on there.
So I can give a June Jambalaya
whoa.
Not. I have a picture with her.
Are we tearing down black?
I love June.
Excuse me.
Listen, honest. 1 second. I got a picture with June Jambalaya, and she is sweet, and she's the best smelling queen that I met that whole day. She smelled delicious. She smelled like money.
Smell like Rihanna?
Listen, that's not what I said. She smelled really good. She smelled really good. Lots of people here watching today. Watch out, Vicky, I'm coming for your gig.
Okay, well, we'll move on while Derek is finding his picture with June. All right. Oh wait, you didn't tell. Oh, let's see.
She wore these and she had the chocolate in her hand too.
Oh,
that's cute.
Okay.
You guys want to see me in Crystal Method?
No.
Crystal Method for All Stars 8, please. Thank you. Thank you.
That.
Okay, we're getting sidetracked.
Okay. So we get to like the judging, and the special guest is Hannah from Grindr. Hannah Einbinder. Hannah Einbinder.
I think I know her.
I don't know who she is. Do you guys know who she is?
No, I only know Hannah from Grindr.
Same. All right. So, variety show. Variety show. First, we had. So we're gonna do this out of 5 stars, 5 legit stars, and you tell us, like with each performance, starting with Trinity Zituk, what you would have. Oh wait. I pulled up Vivian. Wait, why is it doing that? No. Oh wait, is it Trinity? That's Trinity. Yes. Oh, okay. I have Vivian in my on my next window. Okay. How many stars would you guys give her performance? She did a country old Southern belle and stuff where she was galloping around the stage with haystacks and stuff like that and drinking sweet tea. What would you guys give Trinity's performance out of 5 stars? 5 stars. Eric, what do you think?
2.
Derek?
Yeah.
3.5.
3.5. Yeah, I would definitely give it 2 stars. All right, next.
James said 3.5.
Yes, James.
3.5. Wow. James is feeling generous.
It is a match.
Get some before he logged in. All right. Next is oh, do you have to like stop and
I guess I'm not doing anything.
Wednesday. All right. Next is Evelyn Oddly. So, Eric.
I'm going to give her 4
out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Not out of 10. Out of 5.
Yeah.
Okay. Derek.
I will also do a 4.
Wow. All right, next.
No, you did not go.
No, what's no, because you know what? Tuesday is National Disability Independence Day, and that's not a lie. We will not tolerate the slander. What she did what she was able to do.
And did a lot, given the information she gave us in that Tic Tac lunch. She did a lot of possibly long-term damaging things for the sake of this show and our entertainment.
Gagworthy, I thought he was Evie when he came out, and then I didn't even expect for actual Evie to pop out of that box.
I didn't either, actually. So, Lawrence?
Is today Tuesday?
It's not, but in
Oh, okay. Well, I totally don't care for Evie's performance at all. 2 stars. The gaggiest part of it was the beginning. But I'm here for the damage control train here. Choo choo. All right, next.
In the words of Thorgy, gross. You need to stop. You need to stop.
This is damage. There's no way you guys thought that Evie's performance was what did you say, a 4? There's just no way.
There's no way. She struggled to do half the things she did in her performance.
Wait, you can't get. What did you when you saw it with your eyes? Did she do anything that was like winners worthy? Because 4 stars to me is like winners worthy. Was that a winners worthy performance?
No, for me, Trinity is the benchmark. Actually, Trinity and One More of the Queen is the benchmark for me, and I feel like Evie did better than Trinity. I'm just if we're going.
Evie definitely did better than Trinity. For me, it was kind of like I was watching it in concern because I was like, okay, what are you doing? She's doing a bunch of things that I know are life-threatening to her. So that is why I'm like, you really put it all out there. That's why it's 4 for me. If it had been like, if she had just been like, okay, I told y'all I'm injured. I'm just going to tiptoe around the stage, da-da-da-da-da. Then I would have been like, okay, this is 2 stars. But because you just told me you physically should not and barely can do what you're doing, and you're still doing it to the caliber that you did it on season 11, I have to give you your things because you just gave me everything you had. And it wasn't bad. I think it's worth 4.
And he said what the fuck he said.
Thank you, Derek.
All right. I think the next queen is Jada Messens Hall. How many stars, Eric?
I love this look. And I really enjoyed the lyrics. I'm going to give it 3.
Oh my gosh. You are killing me. I'm going to give it a 4.5. 4.5.
Okay. Yeah, I give it a 4. I think Jada was really good. And I
feel like Jada has had better performances than this, for me.
No.
This was really good, but it wasn't the best I've seen from Jada.
It gave me season 6, but better rapping challenge.
Oh, with Eve and Trina?
Oh, no, she better don't. Oh, no, she better don't. She better don't. All them bitches can't handle my sassy ass mouth.
I can't.
All right.
Oh, thank you, James. He said Jada 3 as well. It's hard for me to give Jada like mid of the way, but I know she could do better than that. But the writing was good. And the look was great.
All right, next is Jinx Monsoon. Eric.
She sang live, right?
She did.
3.5.
Derek.
This is a 3 for me.
I would actually give it a 4. She sounded great. Although she lost me at like, I'm gonna do a 3.5. That little deep throat gag thing that she did with the mic, like I'm tired of like all of this crassness. Like it was just no point. 3.5 like is good, but
that was a bit much. But
it was just like the fellatio on stage with Trinity. Like I don't like all it. Like it's just no need. Like what is this? But Jinx's this was really good for Jinx too, because if she would have did anything that was like comedy or comedic, I would have given it a 1. Like you just came off of like a roast. Like I don't want to see that like anymore. So I like that she's showing another side. And people forgot that note that she gave. Can I get it anywhere? Season 5. Jinx can sing. James said, meanwhile, Evie swallowing water bottles in the confessional. Yeah, I didn't care for that either. That was, I'm not watching this. All right. Next. Wait, okay. Next. Is Shea Coulee. Look at the edges she snatched today. Eric.
5. What are we talking about? Are you dumb?
Yeah. I don't know, but Derek might be. Let's see if Derek is.
Oh, world. Never. I'm not
Derek, never.
What was the last 4.5 I gave? Jada?
Yes.
4.5 for me. I'm not even.
What did I'm about to say? What did you need for the extra 0.5?
Yeah,
like,
let us know.
Did you want to chew one of the light bulbs from the main stage? Like, what did you want?
So, me personally, in general, I feel like I wanted Titanic energy. I really did. This was slow. Let me just say, she looks great. The presentation, the hair, the makeup, she looks great. I would have loved a cartwheel. I would have loved a Kennedy Davenport off the stage. I would have loved I wanted something more. I know the pace of the song was slow, but no. I'll say it. I love Shea Coulee. Thank you, James. I love Shea Coulee. I just wanted something a little bit. I wanted her to just give me something that would have been like, wow. Even Trinity had to come out and do the iced tea on her titties and she red t-shirt contest, and it was just it was something that was like, okay, but I didn't get that I got Pleasure, Rhythm Nation type slow dancing, and I know Shea could do better, but I'm giving her a 4.5, you guys.
You know, and you're entitled to your opinion, Derek, and we respect and appreciate your opinion, so I will not belittle it. Okay, the only thing I will say is Trinity had to pour that sweet tea on, or else it would have been 1 star.
Yeah, Eric, we see each other because I don't know what is going on right now.
I said 4.5. I said 4.5.
Derek, you gave Jada Essence Hall a 4.5, and then you gave Shea Coulee's a 4.5. So what that means to you is that Jada Essence Hall could have been in the top 2 of that week, of this week, and you would have been fine with that. I mean, nothing matters unless that red light is on. And the red light is on. So I do want this to be on record. That's what you're saying.
I think because I knew that this was going to be her episode, I had a strong feeling this was going to be her episode. I wanted to do more. I feel like Jada gave us what she had. I feel like she did give us what she had. But I do feel like Shay could have given us something a little bit more upbeat. That's my point. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about Control, and I'm sticking to it.
And and that's fair. It's all subjective. It's all art is subjective. So I get it because I forgot whose it was that y'all ranked Jada's higher than me. So for me personally, like I think my own personal expectation is why I'm like, look, this is just what I was expecting versus what I got, and I'm not mad at what I got, but I wanted a little more. So if that's what you're saying, I have no choice but to respect it. But I love this. I really do. Really did.
I'm completely. Like, wow, this is like. I mean, Shay, I would give it 3 legendary legend stars. Yep, that's what I would give it. This is wow. I'm actually offended. Like I don't know what more Shay could have. She wrote the damn song. She lip synced the hell out of it. She did the choreography. She choreographed this. The look is that of like
all the 80s sensations,
like energy. I'm like, what the fuck else could she have done?
I never said she didn't do anything that you just said.
You called her a fat cunt, Derek.
No, I did not.
Basically, I don't even.
I agree with everything. I just felt like because it was her episode, I wanted a little bit. I wanted like Wrecking Ball lip sync season 3 All Stars.
That was a terrible lip sync.
Okay. Wrong example.
Oh, this motherfucker is nuts. Like Lord, Shay, it's okay, Shay. He doesn't mean it.
I love you, Shay, and I've been going up for you, and I've been defending you in these treacherous clubhouse streets lately. So
well, okay, yeah.
He has. He really Derek has gone.
Yes.
For Shay. I will say that.
But just in case I wasn't clear, it was 5 stars. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Yeah. Before we move on, Derek, the fact that your reference point to all RuPaul music is now Titanic is alarming. It's alarming.
Yeah, I don't. I mean,
I love Titanic.
You're the only one that does.
And you know what? The other day I was singing Together Forever too. Not gonna lie. And when Jinx was like, titanium, your baby, that was hot. I love
hot Jinx. Oh.
It's monsoon season around this bitch. She has been really upping the ante. We already talked about her, but
yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm not sure why we would need to move on, but I guess we will.
Wait. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Because the is coming up. That's why the other one. We still have more, and she's not next.
All right. So next is Raja Gemini.
Dude, you just tried to play the fuck out of she. I love Raja.
Wait. What are you trying to say about Raja O'Hara?
I love Raja O'Hara. I was rooting for her.
Oh wait. So who was I trying to play the fuck out of?
You know that's not Raja O'Hara.
Oh no! I mean, they have similar names, Derek. They have similar names.
Yeah. And one is on her way to be Queen of all queens.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Which one is that?
Okay, can we talk about this queen here, please? Jeez, what do you do successfully quickly?
Derek, what do you think about Raja's traditional Bali dance?
I loved it. It was something. It gave me very Gia. I won't do that.
That was God definitely stopping you from saying what you're about to say. So move on to the next sentence. Because I don't, Derek, this outfit got him feeling some type. Bitch, you look cute, but like, all right now, like, pull it together. I don't know what's going on right now. It's like you didn't even watch the episode. We're gonna watch it together.
I will give Raja. Thank you, James, for reminding me that I need to just give her a number. I give Raja a 4. It was culture, tradition. This backstory. She looked great. The set. I was feeling it. She did have a moment where she was looking a little manic in the eyes. But
I feel like that's the.
I think that was like a part of like the actual cultural feel of like
You see how I pointed that out because I felt like it meant something. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, it meant that she was manic. Eric, what do you think?
I'm going to give this a 3.5. It's a beautiful presentation. It just didn't resonate with me. The story was great too, but I'm just gonna give it a 3.5.
I'm going to give this a 2.5.
What does that say about
I didn't.
Asian Americans? What is that?
No, Manila definitely should have won season 3. I have nothing against Asian Americans. But I'm saying, like, for me, for like Raja looked gorgeous. I mean, absolutely. Raja's always gonna look gorgeous though. So I mean, I have to grade it like on just kind of more than that. We appreciate a cultural reference for sure, right? But to be fair, everything that these queens do really is a part of their culture. So as far as like saying like, oh, it's like culturally like whatever, so it should like automatically, not that you guys are saying that, but it's what like I see all the time. And I'm just like, is it entertaining enough to win? And the answer is no. What you were talking about like with Shay, like where you wanted her to like up it like more by giving like just like a little bit more energy. I was looking for a wow factor in Raja's performance, and I didn't find anything that was a wow factor besides the fact that she was doing the dance, which is what she was supposed to do. So to me, it was just kind of like, I think Raja, I don't know.
It was one note.
Yeah, it was nice to watch, but even Rue was looking at it like, let the music play? Like, what's going on here?
I like the music, but I know you ain't gonna sing that song.
All right now.
Last but certainly not least.
They can't be last but not least unless we skip one. Did we get to the UK girl?
Oh, we didn't. We did. Okay,
UK
hold
girl.
on. No, we didn't get to. I'm sorry. I missed
the Vivian.
Yeah. Hold on. Wait.
What if we could take commercial breaks in between?
Ooh, sponsors. Well, YouTube would do that.
The Vivian? Viv? Okay. All right. I think I have it now. So, the Vivian. Derek, toot or boot? Or, I mean, how many stars?
Actually, I do not remember what the Vivian did. What did Vivian do?
She sang.
What song did she sing?
I don't know.
Was it an original song?
It was original.
It was
original. She said it was written by Diane Warren. Mm-hmm.
The one who be doing the interviews?
No.
Sure.
I don't think that's who that is at all.
Diane Sawyer. I'll give it a 3.
Oh no. on, Derek. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue.
Say I don't keep going on that. Laughing.
You gave it a 3?
I gave it a 3 because I have
right, Eric. Like
I have no idea what she did.
Oh no,
I'm
not offended or anything. I just wanted clarity. 2.5 for me, just because it just did not hold my attention. I love the Vivian down, but it just didn't hold my attention.
Who did I give a 3 to? Oh, Jinx? I'll drop mine to a 2.5 too. I think Jinx was at least a little bit more memorable. Sorry.
Wait, did I say Trinity was a 2.5?
You said Trinity was a 2.5.
All right,
Vivian gets a 3. If you listen to Trinity's lyrics, it was kind of cute.
Yeah, but the Vivian actually sang, and for that alone, and she sounded good, I should give her a 0.5 on Trinity. I didn't really like either song, but the Vivian sounded good. I just wasn't like.
I'm going to go back and watch the episode, and Vivian, if I find out that you... Is this my camera? Vivian, if I find out that you did a lot better than 2.5 level, I apologize, sweetie. And I hope that you and your husband call me for your, next soiree you guys have.
You nasty girl.
Sorry. Young kids know nothing about that.
Come on, Vanity 6.
I would give Vivian's performance a 3.5. I'm surprised that you guys actually didn't remember it. Like, I thought she did better than I thought she was actually gonna do, to be very honest. It wasn't necessarily like high energy, but I thought that she looked great and she looked young. Like, I didn't have to worry about her with this old, just kind of like this to me was more like of like that 2000s look that she should have went for, instead of like that old pink wig that she did with like the comb over and like what. Oh, it was actually like pretty. It was pretty solid. I would give it like a 3.5, maybe like a 3.4.
The Viv is a talent, so
yeah. All right.
Can I show you guys the worst?
Yeah, of course you can.
Just really quickly. It's just, I don't have it. But do you guys remember what the Vivian wore for her to get? Now she said, what did she say on her Together Forever song? That shit was hilarious. That is what I wanted. She danced, she sung. Y'all don't remember? Damn. But she is given 2.
No, I mean, she shouldn't have won the challenge, so I don't remember that. All right, anyway. Last but not least, when they try to take you under.
Yes.
As president of the Monet Canceled Exchange Club, Derek.
Yeah.
Go off, Derek.
Okay, because
can't wait to see how this turns out.
Yes.
Oh, RuPaul is so stupid.
This year was phenomenal. First of all, as much as I listen to Sibling Rivalry and how much I follow Monet and Bob, I cannot believe I either forgot or just didn't pay attention to the fact that she went to. I knew she went to school for music, but I didn't know it was opera. And I love this. Like, I've never seen this done on the main stage of RuPaul's Drag Race ever. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Not that I can remember.
Okay, this is Queen of all queens. Okay, this is Queen of all queens, and it's Team Monet. I love her. She looks beautiful. I love that dress. I love the hair. Oh, the makeup was just stunning, and I loved it. 5 stars. It's a shoot. I'm pregnant.
For me,
Eric?
it was everything from the Selena fantasy to Monet's voice. It just was so unexpected and so Black excellence. Like, Monet, child, get out my face. Monet sings? I didn't know she sang. I don't think many of us knew that she sang to the degree that she does.
That was crazy.
But we learned that episode.
I have a few Monet songs on my phone. I don't know who's judging me, but I kind of.
Are any of them given this opera performance?
No.
See my point?
And this song is on Apple Music.
Yeah, I saw that she posted it like yesterday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal. Oh, five. Absolutely.
Yeah, I would definitely give Monet a 4.9. I hate this hair.
You hate
it?
Is it the hairline?
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like the back either. Like, I don't like that. Like, I don't like where the balls on her head are placed. I kind of thought that this was like a jumpsuit, actually. I kind of thought that, well, I mean, talk about energy, right? Like, I didn't see Monet Shablam off of the stage, but we won't even go into that. Nonetheless, I didn't know that this was a dress. I don't know why it looks like a really, really beautiful. Is it a dress? It's a dress.
I thought it was a Selena fantasy.
I thought it was like a pantsuit. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a dress.
I think it's the way the shadow is cutting her that makes it look like
in the middle of her. Oh.
But I think that it's and I feel like I would have actually liked it better if it was a pantsuit. Because I was like, this is the fact that Monet sang this with a corset on. No cracks in her voice. No nothing. Derek, whatever you're getting ready to do, don't do it. No cracks in her voice. No, none of that. Right? Like, this was stellar. When she let that sound out, like my mouth dropped. I was like, wow. And as far as I know, like no other queen. You know what I would have kind of liked to have seen? Like just like very small, like petite. It doesn't really matter, right? Like, but I kind of would have liked to have seen like more campiness with this. So like if she kind of dressed up as someone that looked like they would sing would sing opera at like a much higher range, but then sang in that bass, it would have kind of added like a comedy camp factor that would have just kind of said more Monet like to me. Because I think to some degree, I hate to be the one to say it, but I'll say it anyway, right? Monet's kind of right. I don't know how many people are going to go to a drag show to hear someone sing opera. We know Monet has a lot of things like in her wheelhouse. So for a variety show and it being different, yes, it's absolutely a 5, right? But I don't know if I would want to like go to a Monet show and like for the purpose of like, okay, I know that she's gonna do this. But Monet, I mean, there was Monet was and to end the variety show in that moment. Come on, they knew what the hell they were doing. Like this is great.
Exquisite.
Good for her. Really, really, really stellar. Any last thoughts?
Derek, were you playing a Selena song as a point of reference?
I was because of the bitty bitty bum bum, but I would go see. I would really go see Monet do this live. I know she's going on tour and maybe it'll be a little bit or something like that. She's not coming to California, but I thought, really? She thought that? Because I would go see her. Now that I know she sounds like this, maybe because I love Monet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's because you love Monet.
Definitely.
Eric, any last thoughts
about Monet in particular, or the variety
just
show?
All overall?
No, yeah. I'm very like pleased with what these queens gave this season. Like this has been the most excellent, well-rounded set of queens on a show. Obviously, because they're all winners, so they have the formula down packed. So all of them should be proud of what they did. I'm super impressed. I would love to see just about all of them live. So yeah, I enjoyed it. I do think for this next season, they need to incorporate criticism just because it's just a part of the format. But I think for the queens, they did what needed to be done this season.
Yeah. Derek, any last thoughts about just all of the variety shows, or just all of the queens?
No, I thought this was a really good showing. I am content with it being one of the last challenges of the season. So that was good.
Derek, is this your favorite variety show?
Probably not.
Same.
Same.
Probably
All Star season 2.
I think.
Oh no!
Season
3 or 2. It could be
3 for me.
It could be 3. I really like 2.
Yeah, All Star season 3 variety show. Or maybe 4. They were more diverse in what they did. No, Aja was season 3. Aja, step your cookies up.
Are we skipping over All Star 6?
All Star 6 variety. That was. I mean, yes.
Everyone.
Hello, Laquera in the house.
Is that Serena Cha-Cha and the smoky wigs?
No, that's supposed to be Jada Sophia.
Jigo.
No, I'm not.
Y'all wasn't feeling the breastplate?
No. It was funny the first 30 seconds, but then I was just like, okay, well, what's happening here? People only like that because RuPaul was just laughing her ass off so hard, about it, so she could win the damn chat.
This right here.
You have to press it a little, like a button, press it a little deeper, and you'll get the sound. Now try.
Lawrence, do not pay my insurance.
I sure won't. Yeah, it'll probably be All Stars 4 for me. I like that. I like that Gia was still robbed of a top placement, but nonetheless. All right, so the judges give their critiques, and they pretty much liked everyone's variety show. And again, they've liked everything that every queen has done this season. But RuPaul reveals that the top 2 queens that will be receiving 3 are Monet Exchange and Slay Coulee. First of all, just give me a yes or a no. Derek, you agree?
Absolutely. When does RuPaul ever get wrong?
Trixie. Agree. Eric, do you agree? Excellent.
I cannot stand Lawrence. I can't.
Do you agree with me?
Do you what?
Do you agree with me?
About
he got it wrong in All Stars 3.
Listen, I'm not here to.
I need a yes or no. This is an hour and a half show.
All
right.
Black Indigenous people of color queens. I'm not here to do that.
The only thing black on Trixie is that really dark shadow contour that she does.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, the Barbie makeup. I can't.
Hey, yo,
all right. All right, so now after Ru reveals that they got 3 legendary legend stars, the placement are as follows: Monet, 5 legendary legend stars. 4 stars is a tie between Jinx and Shay. 3 stars, a tie between Jada and Trinity. And then the rest have 2 stars. That's Evie, the Vivian, and Raja, Gemini. All right, so Ru basically asked the girls to step forward. When she calls their name, she calls forth Jinx, Shay, and Monet and informs them that they have indeed made it to the lip sync Lollapalooza SmackDown. Yes, God, mama. I'll work on that.
And hold that pose.
If they want.
for me.
To give the people what they
and
want.
Then right, and then so however, there's a tie between Trinity and Jada for the top spot, the last top spot in the finale. So basically, at this point, Rue temporarily suspends all All-Stars rule, and she informs on the spot, as if this wasn't already a gag-worthy episode. She lets Monet, having the most amount of stars by the end of the episode.
Yes, say that again.
She lets Monet exchange decide who is going to
stars, right?
who's gonna join them between Trinity and Jada, and to probably no one's surprise, she chose Trinity the Tuck. Feelings, thoughts. Did she make the right decision?
Derek, Derek, go ahead.
Finally, this alliance was good for something, right? because she I feel like this alliance that has been like not an alliance. They asked Wintergreen to be in the alliance, and Wintergreen denied.
Right.
And and that's the reason why Wintergreen founded the Kennedy Davenport Center Honors. That was a mess. So it was good to see this full circle. And I agree with Monet's decision. I would have liked Jada to see. I would have loved Jada to be in that top 4. But I agree with her decision making and picking her twinner. I have 2 more points. Didn't I say one of our, excuse me, all my fans out there, the Dalmatians, Derek Dalmatians, please, can you please pull up the clip from a couple of episodes of this review show where I said it was going to be Trinity, Jinx, Shay, and they were going to put Monet and Trinity in the top 4 so they can battle it out, so they can play out who's going to have their own reign. Did I not say that a couple of episodes ago? I told you guys.
You did.
I said what I said.
I just want to be clear, Derek, that you just called your fans dogs. Is that right? Your fans are dogs.
Those are my dominators. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you called them Dalmatians.
It's different tiers.
Oh. One's a human and
just
one's a dog.
Just when you think he looks at y'all equally.
Right, like some of you guys are dogs with spots. You can just call it monkeypox. All right, so Eric, what did you think?
About the top.
Did Monet make the right decision?
We saw the alliance all season long, and as much as I would have loved to see Jada in the top 4 because everyone else's fave is in the top 4, I would have loved to see mine there, and rightfully so. But also, I'd be remiss to act like Trinity's run this season wasn't spectacular. I think Trinity was probably, if not 1, if not 2, fuck it, she's in the top 2 best dressed this season, all season long.
Special.
And she's done well in other challenges, so I can't knock Trinity for it. It's not like they put a Roxy. It's not that. Trinity or Jada equally deserved it. It just, the chips fell where they may, and Monet had the deciding coin and gave it to Trinity. So, makes sense to me.
Yeah.
What about you, Lawrence?
It made sense that she picked Trinity. Although I would have rather her had picked Jada. Only because, not only because, but about 98% of the reasoning just being drama. Like, it would have been nice to see, like, Monet just kind of cut someone deep that she, like, trusted and that, like, they were both, like, with. I need the drama factor. I want to kind of see some relationships tear apart from each other. So that would have been nice to see her just kind of undercut Trinity at the very, very, very last minute. But, as this season would have it, she picked her twinner, which is noble, but why do you have this like attachment to her? Like, let go of it. Like, you guys are your own individuals. Like, you're the only one that has had a double reign, and I don't know if maybe she took Trinity like kind of like under it to just kind of like show like I actually can beat Trinity. But it's like Mahatma Gandhi once said, right? Like if you send that person home, you did beat them. Like why do they need to compete with you to I lip sync better than you? We know that already. Like why is she like whatever? But I mean in terms of like track record, which by the way, All Stars track records are they never really actually matter. But in terms of track record, Trinity did have the better track record over Jada. Trinity won 4 challenges, Jada won 2 challenges, even though they both had 3 stars. So I guess it was the fair thing to do. Although this was the top 4 that I saw kind of by midway, to be honest. It was. It just makes sense. It's Queen's that. And you know something else too? This top 4 is a really nice like lineage of Drag Race. You have Jinx back from season 5. You have Trinity and Monet winning All Stars 4. You have Shay from season 9 and winning All Stars 5. Season 10 representation. Like that's really great. And I also want to say, Trinity and Shay are half of the top 4 of season 9. Those queens, honey.
Season 9 didn't
honey. Play. And who's the other one? Sasha Velour, obviously she won season 9. Peppermint, where you at for All Stars, bitch? Like, where are you? Like,
he's coming soon.
We're ready. Because Peppermint, if somebody can lip sync the house down boots, mama, it's Peppermint. But yeah, so I mean, I guess she chose the right for herself. So
I would just like to say Jada would have gave a better lip sync, but I'm not mad.
Gave a better lip sync than Trinity the Talk?
Yes.
Okay. I think they're equally yoked, if I'm being honest. Like, I mean, well, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not. Yeah, Jada's probably the better lip syncer. Which is weird, because Trinity the Tuck is like the body, and you would kind of think that she just, you know, like, she's just like this pop princess. And it's like, when she gets up there, she gets like, and like campy. She starts doing like that southern thing, like with her jaw and stuff. It's very weird. Anyway. All right, so Monet, she chooses. All right, so lip sync.
I'm not even
Shay and Monet lip sync. Wait, what happened?
Go ahead.
Okay. Shay and Monet lip sync to Supernova by Kylie Minogue, which is a repeat. Might I add?
You know. You are well informed.
Yeah, because
you know that it's a repeat. You guys know it's a repeat.
I didn't know that.
I didn't think about that song.
And I worked for a while.
It was a repeat, if I'm not mistaken, from UK versus the World. So that was Mo Hart and Blue Hydrangea, I think it was, that lip synced to Supernova, and Rue was just like, I just no. Let's do it right the second time around. And boy, oh boy, did they do it right. So, thoughts on the Supernova lip sync? Eric, we'll start with you.
Who won?
Shea Coulee. Look at
I think Monet should have won.
What? She should have won what? The lip sync?
The lip sync.
Interesting.
I asked because...
Derek, what do you think?
Wow, what a moment. What a moment I will never forget.
Yeah.
Mr. Could Never, okay? When they broke off from that group after their one hit Titanic, and then they delivered this lip sync for us, mama, what do we deserve?
Derek, please. It's sank. Let it go.
I was thoroughly not impressed, because I know they can do it, but I was just so happy. I was very happy to see them, and almost like really in sync for a majority of the lip sync and some of the things that they were doing. They were really giving it to us. We wanted to see him. We wanted to see him lay it out. We want to see him go off. We knew that they was in business, so they gave us just what we want.
Okay,
so that's one that Shay has over her.
Is that what?
Is that two that Shay has over Monet?
Yes, she won both of their lip syncs.
See, the first one I agree with. The second one, I feel like they were both amazing. I think Monet had more diversity in her movement. That's why I gave it to her. Because there was a while where Shay's were starting to become like sequential, and I knew what was going next. It was like she was doing choreo that was like practiced and stuff, and maybe she was. And I think Monet was just like trying different things as she was going throughout the performance, which made me want to look at her more. But you know, with the camera angles, you only look at what they show you. So, yeah. But they were both amazing. I can't take that from them. That was like one of the best lip syncs of the season. Not the best. Their first one was the best. But like,
I agree. A lot of people say that this was the best, but nothing for me
actually
beats that first lip sync.
This was one of the best lip syncs. This was probably the best lip sync for me.
Monet has been in all of the best lip syncs this season. Monet has been in every best lip sync this season.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Assassin. Just saying.
Assassin, she definitely, we all watched her on season 10. She dusted up Dusty Ray Bottoms with absolutely no crumbs left.
Wait.
Yes.
Hold up. Did my queen of all queens not hit a split? Did she or did she not hit? Did she or did she not hit a split?
Oh my God! Are you pointing the gun at Lawrence?
When have we seen Monet do a split? I did not know that she could.
Are you dumb?
Listen, excuse me. I have not seen her do a split in a long time. I don't know why it just escaped me that she could do a split. I was gagged. Mouth was on the floor. Mouth was like, I was gooped. I remember famously, like, what was it? The Pound the Alarm? When she was like, that for me, I don't know why I took that as in she can't do it. She can't do her a split, but
I think she did an official one in like All Stars, the first time around.
Oh,
that's what I said.
And her split. Soak It Up in her variety show, she did
that.
She did a split in the variety show.
Yes.
And I think she was only in 2 lip syncs or 3 lip syncs for All Stars. And they were like slow songs. I don't know.
James says, Monet was sickening. It was very hard for me to choose, but I'm not mad that Shay won. Such a great moment for the show as well.
I think this was the tightest lip sync I've probably seen in Drag Race Hers 3. They were just coming for blood. Like it was just like 1 stab, 2 stab, 3 stab, 4 stab, 5 stab. Like anything you can do, I can do better. Bloodbath. Like it was just like they knew what was on the line. You have the $30,000 on the charity for the line. You have $10,000 to pocket just in case you don't even fucking like win this. Like you just. Oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. From beginning to end, I was not bored at. First of all, Monet repurposing her season 10 promo look is iconic. Yes. Like, literally, because I kind of hated that look, to be honest, with that blue lip and like the orange hair.
Me too.
Yeah. I wanted to like run my fingers through this. It was bouncing and behaving everywhere. I'm like, Monet, you better go ahead, girl. Like, this bitch came for blood. Like, she is not playing. And then the bodysuit is just fitting her in all of the right places. Her makeup is like, maybe they just have like new lights or something, but their makeup is like reflecting the light, or like, I don't know. It's making them look like RuPaul's like airbrushed or something. I don't know.
They've also
like,
just gotten better.
But damn. Like, this was stellar. Shay's look, I always say this. Whenever Shay wears those transparent heels, she means business. She means business. She's ready for the thing of the things,
the
hair.
Heels. I can't.
And you know them see-through shits that she be wearing. Like, she loves those. She do.
And they're like, I love them shoes on her.
I love those shoes on her. Shay came ready. When she walked to the back of the stage like a House of Edwards member, Alyssa Lagat walked right to the back in the beginning so she could stomp right the fuck down. Like, they're both so good at like, oh my God, they're so good at like picking up the small things in the songs. Like, it's really, by the way, before I forget, I feel like if they continue with like those monologue lip syncs, have you guys ever seen the Beyonce Experience?
Is that the movie?
Wow.
No, I don't think I've seen it.
I didn't watch that DVD.
Wow. All right. Well, I mean, it means nothing, but there's like this part where like 4 of her dancers are doing like this lip sync to like, I'll be damned if I see another chick on it. I feel like that would have been like, I was watching it today and I was just like, wow, this would be really cute on Drag Race. But I'll submit through RuPaul's lawyer so we can work out a fee when they inevitably take that suggestion. So the winner is Shea Coulee. Ru reveals that every queen, as a token of his appreciation, and the Paulette Fund, I believe it was the Paulette Fund that was like funding these, will receive a $10,000 donation to their charities, which, honey, keep dishing it out, bitch. Like, we need the money. So I love that they actually did that, because it's easy for people that it's like to feel like they failed when like other people are like counting on that, especially like on TV. It's just kind of, oh, like I don't get like any money from my charity. So I like that. And that's a substantial amount of money to donate, $10,000 to those charities. So Ru then asks all of the queens to come on stage and reveals that despite the 4 queens that didn't make it to the top placement, they will also compete in a lip sync smackdown against each other for the title of She done already had her chips. And they will compete for their chance to win $50,000. So basically, Lady Camden is coming back for her other half of her prize. I mean, what do you guys think about this? I personally love this because it keeps the competitive edge going. They know good and goddamn well, like, we don't want to see, like, a Raja sitting in the audience, like, yeah, like, at the lip sync smack, like, watching. No, like, let's keep it going. You know what I mean? What did you guys think about, like, the 2 tiers?
I love it. And like, I've been hypercritical of like the lack of criticism this season, but I do love that they do treat these queens as the legends that they are. Why would you be sitting on the side while some other legends are performing? You all should be getting this. You all deserve money. You have all given us a show. So I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I was very happy to see or hear RuPaul say that the queens wouldn't be like necessarily sashaying away. That has been on my mind since this season and the explanation of how the show will be running. Like, are they eliminated? Did she tell them to sashay away? It just wasn't in the spirit. It just didn't seem like the spirit of the show to tell your winners to leave or to sit on the sidelines to watch the other 4 or the top 4 compete for this amount of money. I am not surprised. It was a gag, but for some reason, I still was not surprised that there was money or something in the end. I mean, if you can give Miss Congeniality money, if you can give the runner-up for season 14 money, you can definitely give us a winning queen in another group that wasn't the top 4 with a generous amount and a performance.
Yeah, Derek, I think you hit the nail like right on the head. Like, they have money for all of these other distributions. How about the people that have been spending? I'm sure this is by far the most expensive wardrobe in Drag Race history. I mean, I don't see any other, like, these designers that, like, first of all, these designers are also upping their fees from like seasons past as well. So like, I'm well known. I'm making your competitors dress as we speak. So yeah, you do gotta pay me for my time and stuff. So this is expensive. And honestly, I don't even know if 200,000 is gonna be like, after taxes, after Uncle Sam gets his cut. Like, are we breaking even? Like, what are we doing? And that's why I love that these lip syncs are actually $10,000. Cause like it sounds like a lot, but it's like, once you kind of like pay off what you paid, it's like that type of thing. But I love that all of their booking fees are gonna go up, 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 up.
Do either of you sew?
No,
I sew.
You do? Did you sew that?
Yeah. Oh no, this one's from H&M. Sorry.
Oh my god!
I didn't sew this one.
Come on, was
yes, thank you, Eric.
H&M on this motherfucking runway.
You,
or corsets, Violet Chachki. No, I don't sew, Derek. I wish I did though. It will save me a lot of money.
Can't really.
You sew, Derek? I mean, you are gonna be on season 15. That's a requirement.
20.
Patti LaBelle Snatch Game.
Where are my background singers?
I'm gonna laugh because
the
I support
rattlesnake.
Black women.
Oh,
yes.
I'll cheer.
The level of unprofessional.
I'll scream and do one of these, so they really think it's like really doing it.
Yes. Hopefully.
So officially, the queens that are competing for the crown: Shea, Monet, Jinx, and Trinity. The queens not competing for the crown, but competing for she already had her chips, is Evie, Raja, the Vivian, and Jada Essence Hall. So, final question. Who do we think is taking home the crown? Derek, who is taking home the crown as queen of all queens with an A report card? Go.
Oh, okay. The A report card, not so much. I don't think anybody really. No? I think that Jinx will be queen of all queens. I'll leave it there.
Okay. Eric.
Jinx.
Monsoon, to be clear. Monsoon. Okay.
Yeah, it's tough because this is a lip syncing challenge, and I'm like, she's not the strongest lip syncer out of this bunch at all. But it's just what I think is gonna happen. I don't know how it's gonna play out, but I think that's what's gonna happen.
I'm going to actually say Monet is gonna win. She has everything in her wheelhouse. There's no more design challenge to do. There's no more being fun. And if it is down to being funny, Monet has made me bust the gut a couple of times. So I mean, she got that. Like lip syncing, no disrespect to Jinx, but
I mean, come on.
I don't even see I just don't even see that.
I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I'm gonna stand by it. But I don't know what's gonna happen.
You gonna stick to Sada?
Let me just say this. I am Team Monet. I want Monet Exchange to be queen of all queens. As captain, president, co-founder,
CEO
of the Monet, CEO and treasurer of the Monet Exchange fan.
You're the one that's been taking her money.
It's giving embezzle.
This is Yolanda Saldivar.
Yeah, I had one job, Serena Cha-Cha, but make it better. Anyway, I want it to be Monet Exchange. I want Monet Exchange to be the queen of all queens. With the lip sync, I feel like it's only going to make sense if she is, as well as on top of her showing this season, which has been phenomenal. I just feel like Jinx is going to win because of her showing and her fan base. I do think that they pay attention to fan base. They pay attention to when they say, "Who do you want to be the queen of all queens?" I think they pay attention to that.
They do.
Have you guys seen those
posts?
But
they are equally yoked, though, Derek. like in terms of like the fan base, they're equally. I would actually go out on a limb and say that Monet is like a little bit higher, because Monet actually has like fans from like everywhere. Jinx has fans from everywhere like as well, but it's almost kind of like Monet is still associated with like the show and everything like that, but she's really good at kind of separating that like as well. So people old and new know like Monet, whereas I think that people that are just kind of older know Jinx. So this showing what, and Jinx also caters to an older audience, whereas Monet kind of can cater to anyone. She knows the old school references and she's still contemporary. So I mean, do think. Go ahead.
How many times has Monet been on our screen in the last 5 years in regards to Drag Race?
Yeah, the pit stop. She hosts Sibling Rivalry.
Her original season was like in a frame of 5 years. Her All Stars frame of 5 years. This frame of 5 years. Like all that stuff, Monet probably has the bigger fan.
The exchange rate, and she also gives drama, and people still like her, even though she like fights with some of the queens and stuff like that. So I mean, Monet, and she's also still very likable. So I think that this was like really like a really good season for Jinx to appeal to like a younger crowd and stuff like that. But as far as like when I think Queen of all queens, I think Shea Coulee. No, I'm kidding. I think. I'm not kidding. Actually. But I'm saying, I think is gonna be like top 2. I do think is gonna be Jinx and Monet. Gosh, if Shea won, I mean, the internet would go ablaze.
If Jinx is top 2, sorry, I keep dropping this. If Jinx is top 2 in a lip sync, there is some riggery. It better be something where she can be Broadway drama Jinx.
It is.
And
it is.
At least one will be. At least one will be.
To knock one of the other ones out, they probably will. But Jinx has how many lip syncs did Jinx was a part of 5 lip syncs this season? I can't even remember. I only remember that last terrible one. But I can't like she lost the lip sync to Monet in that spoken word one. She won the lip sync with Trinity, or did Trinity win?
No, she won when she was dressed as a pilgrim. And Trinity said that she shouldn't have won, and no one else thought she should have won.
Oh yeah, when she did that Monique cartwheel a la season 10.
Yeah.
And she kicked Vixen in the face during Yeah.
Jinx won that one.
Oh. Okay, yeah. I mean, by no means is Jinx a lip sync assassin, but plot twist, she could have just been kind of faking it this entire time.
On some Willow
Pill. Who knows? Maybe during the lip sync, Jinx is about to bust a split in an evening gown right off the stage.
Or maybe it's giving Silky Nutmeg Ganache and
not flopping all over these people down stage.
She's just going. It could be any scenario, but I think it's going to be a great show for all of them. They're not coming to play, especially not at this point. Especially all them queens about to choose something up because they came too far.
Who's already gonna done had her chips?
Jada, the Vivian. I'm only gonna leave it at those 2. I kind of want to say Evie because I feel like Evie's gonna try and push for it, and then also I feel like there's a new level of sympathy behind Evie now because it's just like Evie can't keep doing drag. Honestly speaking, she's not gonna be able to sustain as long as these other girls are. So I feel like it could kind of be like a care send-off package, which wouldn't be bad. It might not be fair or honest. Does that sound bad?
No, I'm sorry. I don't know why I love sound bites like that. That's as raw and as real as it fucking gets. It's a care package. Now let the music play. She's being wheeled out.
Honestly speaking, I think it's kind of like, look, you remember what they said about Kennedy? When they were like, Kennedy needs like booking and she needs that attention and she deserves that. I think because Evie can't continue, that's what all them queens on that season said.
No, they did. It hurt my heart to hear it like when she was talking.
Right, because you don't feel like she really. But I feel like Evie if Evie was in prime condition, would probably be a great contender to win that crown. She already.
I just want to remind you, Eric, that Tuesday is Disability Awareness.
I didn't say anything bad.
Or day.
I didn't say anything bad, but if season 11 Evie was in the She Already Done Had Hers lip sync, she could easily mop that floor. Jada would be her only stopping ground. Vivian maybe, but she can't do what the fuck Evie do.
So you're saying that you want Raja to win?
Honestly, I love Raja. I would love to see her win, but it's a lip sync.
And Raja doesn't give a fuck. She's like, oh, I got my fans. I'm good. Like I don't need
going
this.
To get some quinoa from Trader Joe's.
Yeah, I make this shit in my sleep. Fuck is you talking about? Derek, who's already done had her chips?
Jada. It's gonna be Jada for me.
That would be great.
Jada deserves it. She has a pandemic winner, a cherry pie conqueror, and true
cherry pie conqueror.
A true talent. She deserves it. She deserves it.
That. Well said.
A Gigi good assassinator.
Okay.
Let's never forget.
Yeah. I mean, I think Jada. And you know something too, like what you were saying before, Derek, they pay attention to like, or was it one of you guys said like they pay attention to like the fan base and stuff like that. And people are pissed off that like Jada didn't make it into the top 4. So I kind of feel like if anything, it'll probably be, and I think that they know that people would be pissed off since Jada was a pandemic winner and her season was just kind of looked at as like, oh, you know, good for you. But I think
to
that
be fair, the Vivian didn't get shit, but some badges.
Yeah, but the Vivian is from the UK. Like I hate to like mention it, but in seasons like this, like I feel like they just kind of keep it home ground. At least right now, like while it's still, if there were more international queens, I feel like they would open up that door like a little bit more. But I just kind of feel like, and not to say that the Vivian is not a strong contender to win. She don't already done had hers is, but I just kind of feel like that's not where production is kind of leaning. I think that the Vivian busted into the American market, which I think ultimately is what she wanted. And so she has that. Like she doesn't really kind of need like a title in really kind of any capacity, to be honest. She can tour here in the US and now people will definitely book and go see her and stuff because they've seen what she's done on the show. And that's worth more than $50,000 1 million times over. Well, maybe not 1 million times over because that would be like 50 bill. But you know what I'm saying. I think that it would be Jada.
I was just pointing out, Lawrence, I know I sent you this text message with the Jada and the face that they kind of, the camera kind of got of her, like she genuinely thought that she was going to be in the top and that she was really disappointed. You can kind of see it on her face here, like, and the caption is like, the look on Jada's face says it all. She knew. She probably was going to be sabotaged by the end. It was going to be something. And by the way, I've been in these Twitter and Instagram streets that is the comments and Twitter threads. They are not happy with this 3 stars at all. At all.
I don't, who cares? Like literally, like in terms of like track record, that's never mattered in any other All-Star season. And the right person, minus All-Stars 3. I don't know what.
Is this the level of All-Stars 3? This situation right here?
In terms of like the caliber of drag and stuff, it's not at the level of All-Stars 3, but those weren't winners either. So yes, in terms of competition, it is at the level of All-Stars 3. Those queens were competing at their levels where they were seated, whereas these queens are also doing the same thing.
This twist. Like at the end, we had the twist where the queens came back. I make this joke all the time. Chi-Chi came back for the 3rd time after she told them people she was ready to go home.
Yeah, and made her dance in that fucking challenge to see if she could come back. Chi-Chi's just like, honey,
please just send me home.
She said, I just want to go home. I just want to. Okay, side note. Anyway, they brought the queens back for them to choose who would be who wouldn't go forward with, or I guess who would go in the top 2.
Mm-hmm.
Is this the level of rigory that we're seeing with the 3 stars?
But the 3 stars itself is not rigory, though. Like if you were the
anybody
best,
at an advantage who wasn't there before, like Shay.
But that's a good thing, though. Step your pussies up. First of all, they knew that if it was going to be 3 stars, the one person that they had to look out for was Shea Coulee. There's no way that Trinity the Tuck thought that was going to win her 3 stars.
They did not know it was going to be 3 stars by the time that they packed and got their all-stars.
But they knew that there would be a twist. There's always a twist. There's always a twist. I'm sorry, but like I don't understand like how it being
the variety show literally. I guess I'm assuming because I'm not there yet. Season 20. They told them that you're going to have a variety show. We're not going to tell you when, whatever. And they prepared all that good stuff that they had, their talent and their sets and their costumes, whatever. Not that they knew that. I mean, yes, I agree with you in the sense of step it up. You never know. But it is a level of rigory of like, damn, like, well, anybody who does well, this challenge can really be put in can really just go forth in the finale with my track record that's been so consistent for so long. And it's just this one challenge that determines whether or not I'm in the lead.
I think the difference between, I don't think it's the same level of rigory because this is just the prize of a specific challenge. I think those queens coming back in and dictating who goes to the finale is different because that is now a popularity contest as opposed to a talent showing. So these queens all had a fair opportunity to step up and earn 3 stars. That was on the table for all of them to snatch. That room, however, knew who should have been there and said, I think this person should be there because of X, Y, and Z, which is all personal and not talent-based. That's rigged on a social scale. This wasn't rigged. It was just everyone's for the taking, and the people who took it. But I do get your point. I get what both of you are articulating, but I'm leaning more on Lawrence's side, on the side of like, any of these queens Jada could have got it, but she didn't get it this time. But no one came in and was just like, yeah, Jada, you had a great showing, but I just feel like the Vivienne needs it more, you know? So
what I will say is that I think that if one of the queens were blocked and then they said this, that would be rigory to some degree because I don't have a fighting chance. I can't get any stars if I'm blocked and it's 3 stars.
Right.
But I mean, if you're just looking at like the performances, even if they knew that a variety youth like show was coming up, there's no way that some of these queens actually thought that that was top 2 material to win this variety show. And that's what I'm talking about. Shay's was top 2. And I think to a certain degree, Monet also knew that that was like top 2 material. No one else is going to do this. Nobody. I'm going to do this. I'm going to stand out. And Monet's done this a few times like before. She's been affiliated with. So she knows the level of, that I need to like have. Shay's done it a few times as well. That I need to have. Both of which have, Monet only made it to, she won All Stars 4, but she never made it to the finale. She never made it to the finale of season 10. Shay has made it to 2 finales prior to being here and won one of them. And really was slated to win like the other one. So she knew what she was kind of like putting like herself out there like for. To Eric's credit, honey, if Trinity didn't pour that shit on her fucking chat, like, come on, like, are you serious? Like, are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, historically speaking, like, Raja, this is great for, like, whatever. It's not high energy.
Safe and not eliminated.
It's to be safe and, like, not eliminated. And traditionally, in the variety shows, Ru always picks queens that are doing high energy things.
Or something funny.
Or something that's really funny. Raja's was neither.
Yeah.
Which is why Gia Gunn also got snubbed, which is why Mariah Paris Balenciaga got snubbed in All Stars 5 for the variety show. Like, this is like why they do that. He picked India Farah. He picked Monique Hart. He picked like Trinity the Tuck. Like, he picks people that are like high energy. I can't remember who won All Stars 2 variety.
Because Jada's was, don't get me wrong, and y'all know I love Jada. I'm probably the biggest Jada fan on this panel. But like Jada's was your standard bitch track, and we've seen bitch tracks that are now like Aja jumping off blocks, Kennedy jumping onto blocks. So if you don't have that X factor, if you don't have that X factor to up it based on what we've already seen, you haven't won this challenge. But Monet doing opera the first time and executing it flawlessly, clear winner. Shay doing a bitch track and choreographing for it and looking good, she probably won. And no one did anything
Monet
funny.
Once again, like showing the fact that like her season 10, she needed to, not season 10, her All-Stars 4, she needed to redeem herself. We heard that note, the Valentina in the confessional, right? Mm-hmm. And she more than like did that. So I think that also played like into it. I don't know. I don't think that the 3 stars like is rigged. It's like the last one. It's a game changer. You know, it is what it is.
But I love the support that the fandom has for Jada, because it could go the opposite way. It could be like Silky's original time where the fandom was disgusting towards her. So it's good to have that support behind you. And I do agree with you, Derek. I feel like Jada will win, and I hope she does win. But it's, for me, it's like Jada or the Vivian, or if we're being political, Evie.
They're all really excellent. Like, it's like literally splitting hairs, like with like everything. Every challenge is like, oh, this person like didn't do this, or they didn't wear this kind of makeup, or they like whatever. And then what kind of made this even like a little bit more difficult, sorry, I'm running on, but what kind of made this like a little bit more difficult is that we didn't get any negative critiques. So it's kind of like there's nothing that really kind of is influencing us except for us, and no other season of Drag Race has been like that. None. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, Trixie wasn't absolutely god-awful on All-Stars 3, but...
she wasn't the best.
She wasn't even second to best, or third to best, or fourth to best. Yeah, she wasn't good. Yeah, so are we ready for next week? How are you guys preparing? Derek, I know that you're probably gonna shave all of your hair off.
Why?
In honor of Monet. She's a super queen, learning me.
You guys, have you guys listened to the Christmas version of that?
No, you keep.
You mentioned that before.
I'm going to send it in the group chat. It is okay. It makes it. She's bopping, she's dipping. I'm telling you, it's it.
I don't know.
And it's Monet singing. Is Monet singing it herself?
No queen is singing in it, but it's. I mean, Titanic is. It was. If it's not nominated for a Grammy, it's probably because of the manic hate train that's been going on this.
Lawrence, wrap this up.
All right. So, guys, we made it through the season. We're literally at the finish line. So, yeah. Anyway. Thanks for all of you guys that tuned in. If you didn't tune in, absolutely check this out on YouTube once it's posted. Eric, Derek, it's always a pleasure. As usual, we'll be here again next week, I'm sure, for this All-Stars finale. This is going to be a smackdown for the crown. Bitch.
Another Lula Vandross. Never too much, with some white queens. We're ready. Woo!
Never too much. Well, we'll see if it is. Or if
I love you for watching.
Oh, right. Alrighty, guys. Until next time.